Okay.
Good to go?
Yeah.
All right. Hi, my name is Jake, and I'm with my partner, Anthony. I just want to start off by saying thank you for your time and listening to our new business development plan. Our hope by the end of this presentation is to convince you guys to invest in this new development in North Loop, Minneapolis. We put a lot of hard work and time into this project, and we feel that it's confident. We feel very confident that this is the right step for you guys as a company and investors to move forward with this development. Just north of downtown on the outskirts of the warehouse district sits Minneapolis' fastest growing neighborhood, the North Loop. It's a place where young artists and professionals and empty nesters want to live. And it's a place where creative agencies and sports teams want to work. It has a ton of new shops, buzzy restaurants, and edgy entertainment. Some would say it's the next Brooklyn, New York. Minneapolis has grown a lot over the years, and it's become very popular for many young people to start their careers. In a recent article from the Star Trib, here in Minnesota, Twin Cities area joins Nashville as the big metros with lowest jobless rates in the country, both sitting at 2.3% unemployment. So I am going to move on to the second slide here, talking about the area demographics. So as you see, looking at the population, since 1990, the population rate has gone up a lot, and it has continued to grow. This is a great sign for us because for a new development, because it's going to be it's not going to be hard to find people to live in our place. It's going to be in demand for a long time, and it will hopefully continue to grow for years to come. Moving on to race and ethnicity. It's pretty dominated, as you can see, with 75% white people. But knowing the area pretty well myself and living here the last 4 years, there's a lot of diversity, and that will continue to grow, which is great news and good for this new development. Moving on to population, looking at age demographics, it stayed pretty consistent, as you can see, from 2000 all the way to now. This probably won't change much, but you will see a lot of people from their 20s and 30s. Like I said, young people who are looking to start their careers. Also, renting is very popular compared to owning a house now. A lot of young people obviously can't afford a mortgage and aren't ready for that big a step, so renting is going to be big in this area, so that's a good sign for us as well. Moving on to slide 4 and talking about income. Like many big cities, including Minneapolis, you see the income rise a lot over the past 20 years. This is a good sign as well because the North Loop is an area where rent is typically a little higher than normal because it's much more demand, and a lot of people want to live in the city and get that city life feeling. Like I said earlier, there's a lot of successful young people who want to live in the city, and it's perfect for for these demographics. And then moving on for what will be demanded. The rental property is pretty affordable if you consider everything and look at all the other places in the area. The average rent for this area in 2015 was close to $1,600. And then some things that we would like to add to this development. A lot of people love a gym. It's very convenient, and there's not a lot of gyms in the area. All there is Alchemy or Anytime Fitness, and they're all pretty costly. Especially Alchemy at $180 a month. So adding a gym to the place will be a lot better, and giving them good amenities will make them want to spend the extra buck. And then we hope to work a deal out with Target Express. There's been a lot of success at the University of Minnesota with their Target Express, and it's good for convenience and simple goods that you need to have every day, and it'll be quick for those people to just walk over and do that. And then moving on, Anthony will talk about the why.
Yeah, so why we are looking at doing a development like this is because people are moving to the area. They're successful younger adults, but there's a market to open to tiny apartments or micro living, basically reduced size housing. People want to move to the area and want to experience the North Loop, but a lot of people don't want to pay the really extremely high rents that are in the area. We want a new gym. Why we need a new gym in the area is because everything's super expensive, but we're kind of looking at maybe doing something that is still niche and is still trendy. something like a Yoga Fit, which is roughly like $69, $79 a month, and that's for an unlimited membership. So we'd really like to partner with like a yoga studio or something much more affordable, so we can really draw other people to the area as well. A convenience store is really needed because there is nothing really there for picking up a quick goods, basically personal goods, and also we want something that's going to still be affordable for the area, affordable for groceries too. I know Target Express, the one in Uptown and the one in Dinkytown, they have grocery sections. And really in that area, the only grocery store that is convenient for the people in the North Loop is Whole Foods. And Whole Foods, even though they have reduced their prices a little bit over the past few months, it's still not affordable for, I would say, the average person. So we would really like to partner with a Target Express. And then going on to what the concept is going to look like. So we're going to have, basically we're going to have housing at the top, and we're going to have roughly probably like 20 units. And then down below we'll have retail space. So that's going to be the Target Express, and that's going to be the fitness studio. And then from the outside, we're just going to use basically like metal paneling and brick and masonry, and also we're going to use fiberglass windows and doors. And moving on to the layouts. So the layouts are going to be, we're going to have 2 bedrooms and 1 bedroom because we thought those were going to be the most utilized and the most in need and most in demand. So the layouts are going to be the finishes of the layouts. They're going to have like granite, they're going to have stainless steel fixtures and appliances, engineered hardwood floors. They're going to be open and have a contemporary design. And they're going to be anywhere between $1,000 and $1,400. And the square footage will range from roughly 360 square feet to 810 square feet. So we're really going to try to provide really luxury finishes, but in a reduced space, so a reduced square footage, so we can keep it still affordable, so people can still go out and enjoy the area, not putting all their money towards their rent. And then basically just going from the pro forma, just to show that we do see this development as becoming successful. Over the course of 9 to 10 years, the cash flow before taxes is expected to almost double over the course of the 9 or 10 years. We see that the end of year, the potential rent income for the North Loop Flats for the end of year is $182,000 roughly, and the Yoga Fit studio would bring in $55,000, and the Target Express would bring in $74,000, and that's just for year 1. And then over time, we expect to see the potential rent income go up between 1% and 4% every year. And then we'll have the leasing people do reimbursements, so we will be seeing money coming back to us in the form of paying utilities, paying maintenance costs, things like that. So that's just gonna increase our total potential rent income. We expected to have a 12% general vacancy for the building, just because we don't expect to be full all the time. We know people are going in and out. And then that is going to reduce our potential rent income over time. But then our effective rental income, we have our property taxes, our insurance, and utilities. Then that's going to go to our total expenses, which is going to ultimately lead to our net operating income. We are, for the first year, we're going to have a leasing commission. So we're going to have someone leasing out our offices for us, our space and our rentals. And that's going to be a one-time fee. And then after the course of, basically after that first year, we're not going to have that expense anymore. And that's why our cash flow before tax in the first year is drastically lower than our second year, because we don't have that added fee. So I think that this is a really good development to invest in, and a great area. And as you can see from the pro forma, that we will be making a lot of money over the course of 10 years. And the value of the property will only continually increase. So we'll be making money for a very long time. And I would say maybe even after 10 years, we could look at reinvesting the money we have earned into making the community and development even better, making it still, still drawing people to live there and wanting to live there. So that's our presentation on why we think that the parking lot needs to be renovated into housing, a gym, and a convenience store. Do you have anything else to say, Jake?
Nope, not at all. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to hearing from you.